Hey guys, welcome to That Game Show, the show that talks about all the stuff in the nerd world and all the stuff in between. I am your host, Chase Bunker, alongside one name to rule them all. It's Murph Murphy.
How's it going, guys?
And he's player 3 this week. It's Daniel Clegg.
Hello, friends.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's good. We missed a show last week because we were all doing our own separate things. I was interviewing people. Murph got kidnapped by the government, I think. Clegg, you came, so that was really cool.
I was there.
But you were there. No one else was, but you were there. Like, Clegg's just in his own little call by himself. Like, hello, 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 hello.
Echo and everything, that's right.
Echo and everything. How was you guys' Valentine's Day?
I'm married, so
So
no.
Nothing happened?
No, we were a bit.
That's about right.
No, we tried to do something special and our own married thing.
Did you play Dragon
I could
Age
have done
together?
better. Let me put it that way.
Clegg, did you do anything special with your wife?
We stayed in and watched movies and played Rayman together.
How
So that's
romantic.
fun. It was romantic. We made a nice dinner.
Oh, that's
But
so
yeah,
fancy.
when you're married, you start to stay in a lot more, and don't need the excuses to go out as often.
Yeah, I don't know
married
what that's
thing.
like. I don't know what that's like at all. Yeah. Yeah, just recently I did an interview with Payday composer Simon Viklund. You should totally check that out if you haven't seen it. And I think what's even weirder is that it's our views on the video podcast of this, we usually get about 12 views. I'll be blatantly honest with that. The audio gets a lot more because, audio
That's
you can do
pretty
something
typical,
else.
though.
Yeah, it's very typical. And so the fact that I saw those getting 100 views, none of my videos ever got 100 views, ever, until this one. And I posted it, and then I realized, oh wait, I could put it on the Payday forums. Oh wait, I could put it on Reddit, which apparently there's this thing called Reddit. That and so I had to, that's like a whole new beast within itself. I'm like, can I internet? Do I know how to internet? And so like they have like these formatting things, like how do you do bold? And it's like how I'm trying to so I open up Microsoft Word and like I literally felt like my father the first time he got like on a computer where he's like pecking and everything. Like
He asked you to explain how do you use a computer.
Not like that. He has he probably won't watch this hopefully, but he actually like called me one time. He's like, yeah, I can't seem to save my document. It's like, did you click the save button? Oh, there's a save button. And so it's like it's stuff like that. And like I literally open up Word and actually make a bold face like title and everything. And I like, all right, cool, copy paste. I'm so smart. Crap, it's not working. And so then I realized there's a thing called formatting help, and I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. I for a little bit I didn't know how to internet.
But it's cool that you can post that interview on an established community. Something
Yes.
like the Payday forums has a lot of viewers every day.
Yeah.
So you get more traction because there's already a place where information like that is viewed every day.
Exactly. And I think one of the cool things that actually happened, and I don't have many subscribers yet. I think we last we checked, I'm at 51. Yeah, moving on up. I posted on the Payday forum, and I went to go to my friend's place to eat pizza and get a bunch of drinks. And celebrate, 100 views. Yeah, party, woo! And so I came back, and somebody reposted it on the forums, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's support. It's not like he's stealing OC or anything. Like he's claiming it. So he or she, I should say, was claiming it. And so someone said, "Oh yeah, the original poster posted it here." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I found it on my YouTube feed." And so I chime in like, "Wait, how did you find it on your YouTube feed?" I'm subscribed to him. What? I have subscribers? I have people that listen?
Well, that's a good thing, Chase.
Yeah.
is a good thing.
What are you talking about?
This is good news.
This is good news. We have people that actually listen to us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'd hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, for those of you guys who watched it, thank you. For those of you who haven't watched it, watch it. Let's start with a more, a better topic to talk about. The Oscars. Did you guys watch it at all last night or on Sunday?
I caught like the tail end of the closing ceremonies, but no, I didn't watch the entire thing.
Nope. Sorry, I don't have cable.
Oh, okay. They actually put it on Hulu, believe it or not.
Oh, see that.
See, I can't really make that excuse because I do have Hulu.
Yeah. Like, I watched it and I thought like Neil Patrick Harris did good, but then there's other times where he was just like painfully awkward and he was kind of doing like the who does I think it's Carol Burnett does it and Jimmy Fallon does it as well. Like he'll say a joke and he'll start like smiling like towards the end. It's like
he mugs the camera,
waiting for people to start laughing.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
See, I'm a fan of Neil Patrick, even though he does
like
kind of do the meta thing a lot.
What do you mean?
Like he's like when How I Met Your Mother, there's always that kind of like smile and wink towards the camera. Barry knows that he's on a TV show.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
With wall sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you mean now. Okay, yeah, I thought he was all right. Like, I mean, he wasn't
funny.
The worst. Like, he wasn't James
No.
Franco, which isn't really saying much.
I could see him
Sick
doing it again.
Franco burn.
Yes, I mean, it's not like he's gonna watch this anyway. Watch like the one time he's gonna watch this. That dick. But I thought it was okay. I thought like I'm really surprised that Grand Budapest Hotel apparently got like a bunch of nominations, and I was like,
No.
I
mean, Wes
even
Anderson
watched-
usually does well.
It won a few as well.
Yeah, it won a few as well. Like,
costume and makeup, a bunch of visual stuff.
yeah, like I'm about to watch it tonight as well to see like what everybody's talking about. Like it looks interesting, but it's like with every Wes Anderson film always has like the same people in it. So it's like, wait, am I watching this or am I watching The Royal Tenenbaums or am I watching Fantastic Mr. Fox or am I watching Moonrise Kingdom?
What do you guys think of Interstellar doing well in the visual category?
I never saw it, believe it or not.
Yeah, never saw it,
Oh,
so I can't.
A lot of people complain about the story and the science of it. My wife included. She didn't particularly like it, but it did some really cool things visually because it had to show you things like what does a fourth dimension look like? What does time travel outside of space and time look like? It did some really weird visual things that I thought were very clever.
Wait, were you talking about Interstellar or Doctor Who on that?
Interstellar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only one I'm looking at the winners, and apparently I slacked off on movies this year because I did see the winner, American Sniper, Birdman. I saw Birdman, and I love Birdman. I thought that was a really
I really wish Michael
brilliant
Keaton
film.
would have won. It'd been nice to see Batman win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was funny. Like, we had like an Oscar party over here. In the Best Supporting Actor category, you went from Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo, and then it became who's better at Hulk, Mark Ruffalo or Edward Norton?
I think we all know the answer to that one.
Eric Bana.
Well, when those weren't the choices, Chase. Those weren't the choices.
I just wanted to piss off the internet.
I like Mark Ruffalo in the new.
I like Mark Ruffalo. He was a great Bruce. I think he was like painfully awkward and just like I don't know, like just like the simple like rolling of the hands, like that I think sold it for me, and it's so stupid.
A lot of minute actions, right, to establish sort of his psyche and how he handles himself physically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? I take it back. So I did see the winner of Best Animated Feature Film, which was Big Hero 6.
I thought that movie was great.
I love that movie.
I thought it was good. I'm not going to say it was my... Well, I saw... The other movie apparently that I saw this year was Birdman, so...
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the best animated movie you've ever seen, but...
No, yeah, it was good. I
thought, like, Box Trolls was a little more creative, but probably not as good of a movie. Did you see that one?
No,
I never saw Box Trolls. I was kind of pissed that Lego Movie didn't get nominated. It's like, how do you get Best Song, but then, like, as an animated feature, you don't nominate it?
I mean,
and I know that like
song
and animation is kind of different, but I mean,
it's very different. I kind of see the argument in that you're not really innovating in a visual style because you're animating Lego blocks. It looks exactly like Lego blocks. It's not particularly creative, if that makes sense. Like the objects they're building, sure, but
it's stop animation.
They do stop motion Lego videos on YouTube that look not that good, but similar-ish.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also the same. It's almost to an extent, not fully, but it's the same animation like Box Trolls, where it's stop animation. The only thing I could see them saying, "Oh, it's not really animated," is because spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. They show Will Ferrell and his son playing, and they could be like, "Oh no, we can't do it because it's not fully animated." That's
Maybe.
the only thing I could say, like I could think of.
Maybe. Who knows?
Suppose, but I mean, you're right. Box Trolls isn't animated in the same way that Big Hero 6 is. It's
Yeah.
done with claymation, like was Nightmare Before Christmas done that way? I
Yeah,
think.
Nightmare Before Christmas,
Yeah.
Coraline.
So it's a different medium, and
Yeah.
maybe they don't belong in the same category, but I don't see how you can really separate them because so few movies are done
Yeah.
with the claymation route, and so few
Or
are done.
just they used to be, but now it's
Yeah,
kind
but-
of.
And it's not like I'm
Nowadays.
not knocking it, saying it should, like, Box Trolls shouldn't have been nominated. I'm just saying, like, I felt like Lego Movie was snubbed on that.
I think if you're gonna get down to it, I don't think the Lego Movie story was all that complicated.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, sure, it was funny, but it wasn't like it was. It was a hero's journey. Here he is. Was Lego Movie this year even?
Yeah.
It was 2014. Yep.
Was it? Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
First half, I think. Or
Yeah, I think it
right
was.
in the
I
middle.
think it was early, or it might have been
Yeah, February 1st.
February 1st. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so all right, yeah,
All right. Cool. Great job.
Good movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
Worth seeing.
yeah. It was. I mean, yeah, it's worth seeing. It's not like, oh man, this is high art or anything.
Yeah.
but-
I thought it was clever. Like,
Yeah.
throwing in Batman and the spaceship guy and all those other people. Like, okay, I can enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving along, 2 games came out recently while we were away that we had our eyes on. One of them was Evolve, which was the 4v1, 4 people versus giant monster that we thought, is this going to last? Is this just going to be fun for 10 minutes and so on? And then we had The Order 1886, which is Ready at Dawn, which is people from wow, can I not talk today? From Naughty Dog and Blizzard. And we all thought that was going to be good. Visually it looked beautiful, and it sucked. Guys.
Yeah, the reviews on that one have not been very good, unfortunately.
Guys, what's more surprising? Evolve's success or The Order 1886 bombing? We'll start off with Murph.
I'm kind of the opposite reaction. I've heard that I have not heard good things from Order 1866
1886,
from
yeah.
1886. What like leading up to leading up, people have always been like, this is not looking good, guys. And then when the reviews came out and there was kind of this controversy about it's only 6 hours long, and is that worth it? And then that's a whole other debate that whatever. And
The answer is no, by the way. But you keep
yeah. Game length doesn't matter. Well, all right. No, yeah, I'm a fan of short games. I'll say that. So, but even still, like, and then I'm not really surprised that it's not good. And I am like, when you talk about Evolve, like playing with your friends or just playing with people is fun. Like this is not hard. This is hardly revolutionary. Like it's probably part of the reason why one of the biggest games ever was Counter-Strike. I mean, I think just like in terms of hours played and numbers of people playing, it might like Dota or League of Legends might have knocked it off at some point. But even then, that's playing with people. Like
Yeah, I think a
multiplayer
multiplayer
games
game,
are fun.
It immediately adds a huge lifespan to your game, even if it's perceived as being not as good as a single player game. With the story or with the graphics or whatever, the fact that it's multiplayer adds so much life to a game because you can play with your friends, and that is key.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or just even random people like.
Yeah. But
Like it's hard to like a good AI is either way too good so that you can't even touch it, or it's way too easy, and it's really hard to get that nice like sweet spot. But like people fall
add
into that
variability. Yeah, people add variability, which is key to a game.
Mhm.
So I think I'm more disappointed in the fact that the Order isn't being received very well because I was looking forward to it. I thought just visually it looked really cool. I'm really into that gothic sort of steampunky
yeah.
feel right now.
Mhm.
So I think I'm more bummed about that game than happy that Evolves is good because there are a lot of other interesting co-op shooters out there right now. But I mean, in my opinion, I'm more bummed about the one than excited about the other.
Yeah. I think I'm more bummed about Order failing as well because I looked at it as it's a new IP. We're finally getting something new and different. I love like you, Clegg, I love like the gothic. I don't know if we want to call it historical fiction. I don't know if we want to call it that.
Diesel punk, I think, is the correct.
That
whatever.
might be. That's probably like the best term to use for it. The reason I say historical fiction is just because you have like Nikola Tesla and like all these other things, like all these historical figures in the game. The one thing that they said, like, our friend Ben was talking about it, and he said visually it's really good, and so far he's enjoying it, but I don't think he has only played too much of it, because this will go into another topic, about longevity. But I'm glad I can never really be too surprised about a game's success. Well, granted, I was surprised about Minecraft's success.
Yeah.
But I think with Evolve, everybody kind of looked at it as like, this is going to be fun, but am I going to be playing this in a month? Am I going to be playing this in a few months from now? Or, is it just going to get old very quickly? And I think like after I played it, like I played literally just against AI, and it was actually a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it, and I found myself wanting to play a little bit more and a little bit more, and it silenced my doubt a little bit.
I feel like it's still too early to call long-term success in that game, though, because you remember Titanfall came out, and for 2 or 3 months it was all the rage.
Yeah.
And now you hear nothing about Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall goes on sale for $10 on Origin.
All the time, or you get a free week's access.
Yeah.
So I think you really got to give a game like that a year almost to really determine if it's still being played consistently.
And what do you consider success anymore? Like
that's the next thing, because if a game isn't being played a year from now, that's not a failure.
I'd hope not.
I would never call that a failure. But if the issue is longevity is what we're looking for, then that's the comparison you make.
Yeah, and I guess to bring us back to the order, like I watched a quick look on Giant Bomb. And he was playing it, and it has QuickTime events, guys.
Yeah,
it's 2015. There are games with QuickTime events.
I almost hate
what is this madness?
I almost hate Resident Evil 4 now, because like when the QuickTime events like first started, I was like, okay, this is cool, but then like. It's the same thing with the bullet time when Max Payne first came out. It's like it started becoming, the cliche. Like every game had to have bullet time. You had to feel like Neo at one point, and then now it seems like it's QuickTime. Like I don't mind a few QuickTime events here and there. Like I think God of War,
but it does feel like a dated mechanic, doesn't
it?
It feels old.
It does.
And they did do some like kind of neat stuff that you kind of like it. Took QuickTime to the next level, where you kind of have to like move around with the joystick to look at something and then perform a quick. But it's 2015. QuickTime events they're a bad mechanic.
Yeah.
And all right. The reason they're bad is because I'm trying to enjoy this really cool thing that you rendered for me. Like, hey, here's this really cool fight. I want to watch this fight. I want to pay attention to this fight. Instead, I'm paying attention to see if an X button is flashing on the screen so I can press that. So I can't pay attention to the really cool thing that's happening. Instead, have to focus on, hey, where's
Pulls
the
you
X
out
button?
of your immersion.
Yeah, and
another game that comes to mind recently was I don't know if you call it QuickTime really, but Shadow of Mordor. When you were about to be killed off, you had to hit the correct controls in the right way. And that was fairly unobtrusive. I didn't think about it very much. Maybe the events in the order are more obvious and
right. Well,
more frequent.
With Shadow of Mordor, like so before that attack happens, you've lost, and there's generally like a couple of seconds where your character falls to the ground, so it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So and you're not like looking at anything interesting. There's just this orc. The orc says something mean to you, and then the event happens. So it's like a very structured thing. You don't have to like look out for it.
I guess it's used to recover rather than to progress, right? It's not used to. It's not exactly a punishment, but you don't see it all the time if you're doing well. Yeah. I suppose that's the difference.
I don't mind like a little bit of QuickTime like events. I think the reason I say Resident Evil 4, like I keep thinking of it because it started the whole QuickTime event craze. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but
I think Resident Evil 4 came out originally for what, PS
GameCube.
2?
GameCube. It came out for the PlayStation 2 later, but it originally came out for the GameCube. It was supposed to be one of Capcom's exclusives for the GameCube, along with like Killer 7 and a bunch of others. But
I'm thinking that, all right, go ahead, but I think the first QuickTime event was probably in the PlayStation era.
I don't mind contributing to that awesome fight, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to be on my toes at all times. I want to enjoy certain cutscenes.
It takes you out of the immersion of the cutscene.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
okay, wow. You know what? Wow, we are forgetting the original game that was just QuickTime events.
Night Trap.
Well, no, Dragon's Lair.
Oh.
You remember in the arcades where it's like the old Dragon's Lair cartoon, and it's just a bunch of like press the button here or he dies, and that's the entire thing.
That's right. And then like games like Brain Dead 13 and a bunch of others. I think Space Ace might have been one of them.
Yeah,
but all these go to show dated mechanic, maybe not the best use in a game that comes out today, right?
And I mean, it's just bad. Like I cannot. There's one of the things I cannot forgive in Destiny is that they have unskippable cutscenes.
That's never a good thing.
It's 2015.
Yeah,
skippable cutscenes.
Good catch. Okay, so Murph brought this up a little bit, and I think we could actually talk about this. Do you mind short games if it comes at a price cost, or are you mad if it's short because you're paying $60, or are you mad because it's short because you wanted a little bit more?
Personally, I'm mad if it's a short game and I paid $50 or $60 for it.
Yeah.
I want an hour of gameplay for every $2 to $3 I play. I pay, So I'd like 20 hours out of my $40 game. That's value.
See, for
you
me,
don't get that most of the time.
I'm more of a quality hog, and if I'm paying $60, I want a good game, and I want it. And unfortunately, it seems like I get the inverse of this because I paid $20 for Gone Home for 2013 Game of the Year for me. Quite frankly, a good game. I got a lot out of that, so I don't regret the $20 at all.
Mm-hmm.
I pay $60 for Far Cry 4. I kind of tool around with it. It's fun. It's okay, but I've put it away. I kind of regret paying the full price on that one. Kind of wish I had waited for the sale.
But that one isn't particularly short, right? That's a fairly lengthy game, isn't it?
No, yeah, that's a crazy like in terms of like if I had wanted to
100% it.
Yeah, 100% finish it.
Completion.
I would have gotten a great dollar per hour ratio, but I really want just a game. I want a game to show me something new that I haven't seen before, and slipped in a little southern twang there, guys.
You did, man.
I want to see something new. Like I'll pay top dollar for something new, and I don't think the order was going to give me anything new at any price, really.
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm on both sides of the fence on this. Like, on one hand, if I'm paying $60 for a game, which I haven't done in months, or actually no, I haven't done that in years. Actually, I want something out of it. I want a good maybe 10 hours of actual gameplay, and I'll feel good about it. I don't want Skyrim length where it's going to take me 2 years to fully complete everything. I want something I want to pay $60 for something that I'm going to play. I'm going to sit down and go, holy crap, this is amazing, and I'm end up going to marathoning it in 2 days. And I'm going to feel great. Technically I'm going to feel horrible because I'm going to be staying up all night playing it. But it's going to be one of those things that coming out of it, I'm going to just love it and be like, oh, my heart, and do something along those lines.
Right. So you don't want to pay the full price, and because sometimes you don't want that length of gameplay, which makes perfect sense. Sometimes I want a 1 day game. Sometimes I want a 1 month game.
Yeah.
So I think what I'd like to see more of, and I feel like I have in the last year, is $30 games, $40 games, not all $50, $60 games. If your game has less content, I will more happily pay the lower fee because I'm expecting less time invested in it, and then I might buy a second game because I got my $40 worth and I felt good about it.
Yeah.
I'll buy another one, and that's good for the industry as a whole because it might promote me to buy 4 games at a slightly steeper overall cost than to buy 2 games and be less happy with those 2.
To go with Murph's point, actually no, you go first.
I was going to say to talk about another game that bears the order. Wolfenstein: The New Order is a perfect example of this. Just hit the right price to enjoyment to time ratio for me. And granted, I bought it used and a couple months later, but not the most revolutionary game, but still just had enough different about it. It had a nice, not the best story, but an entertaining story. I mean, you're an American killing Nazis.
Yeah. Right. You're not looking for too much story there.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was that game surprised me in a lot of ways. But then again, I came at it with lower expectations. So
that's true. Going back to your point, Murph, I bought Gone Home for $5, and I think I know that you and I both like different games, and we'll eventually have this debate one day because I think it's like Mayweather Pacquiao. We're going to eventually have this debate about Gone Home, but we're just going to keep ducking it. I feel like if I paid $20, I kind of would have been pissed about it because I think the game's only 2 hours long, if that.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours.
Yeah, I probably would have been a little bit pissed. I think the same goes to Stanley Parable because I bought that for $5 and I was like, it was normally 15. I'm just like, oh, well.
No, I paid full price for Stanley Parable as well, and I do not regret that in the slightest.
I have only played 2 playthroughs of it, so I don't think I've fully done.
You haven't played the Stanley Parable correctly.
Yes, I don't think I've played it correctly.
See, when I hear 2 hours of gameplay out of a video game, I think mobile game, and I want to be paying $2 or $3 for that.
Yeah.
Pack. But on the same token, what's weird is if I think 2 hours of my time, video game, I want to pay $2. Average movie length 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna pay $20 for that, for the ticket and for popcorn and for the whole experience. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Easily $20.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how. I guess
it's
the
weird
time
how
investment expectation is different with the different mediums.
Right? I paid $7 for this novel that took me 10 hours to read. Gah, so expensive.
It's true. I just bought an audiobook on audible.com, and I got 11 hours out of it for $20.
I spent $100 on this painting that I only get to look at for 10 minutes at a time. Ugh. Are we just going to go back and forth with all these things?
No, it is weird how just how different media skews different ways. And not to go off on this tangent, but I think the mobile market has severely depressed pricing for just games in general. I don't think a 99-cent iPhone game is actually some of them are actually only worth 99 cents, but I don't
many of them, yeah.
I don't think that a lot of them are worth that much, and I think that people balk when Final Fantasy I think 5 is worth is $15 on iOS, and people are like, man, that's so expensive, and I'm like, no, that's probably correctly priced for.
Right. I feel like that's a problem with the device you're using. If you were to put that on the PlayStation market, $15, no one would
no one bats an eye.
No one bats
an eye. But because it's on a phone,
everybody loses their minds.
They expect the $2, $3 price point because that's what 99% of things are on the phone.
Well, the game that I'm playing on my phone, I call it my poop game because I usually play it on the crapper. I play Best Fiends, and it's free.
It's all about effective toilet time, man.
Exactly. And so it's especially why would I pay a few bucks for a game? Granted, I'm not going to include Final Fantasy 5 because that's on a completely different level as some of these. When I can get a game that's similar to it for free. So I don't know, maybe I'm just a big budget gamer, or a big budget gamer where if it's on sale, I'll get it. I'm not one of those people that will go out and buy a game as soon as it comes out. I think the last game I almost did it for was Beyond Two Souls, and before that, I love Quantic Dream.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and before then, I can't even think of it. Like, I don't get big on like new releases. Like, the next one will probably be the next Quantic Dream game, or maybe a Suda51 game. I don't know, or a new Supergiant Games game, because I'm playing Transistor right now. It's so good.
Yeah, that makes you financially responsible. I tend to just buy it if I want it.
Like,
We're all not rich, Clegg.
Bloodborne's
You're right.
coming out so
we are
soon.
not. I agree. I know, dude, and it looks good, but I still don't have a PS4. I'm not going to be able to get it when it comes out. If I did, it would already be on pre-order.
Yeah. Though, you know what? I hate to say, going back to Transistor, it hasn't caught me. And I tried, and it just didn't catch.
And I'm going to try to word this where, like, I understand, like, because Bastion caught us so early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, have you fought, I'm going to try to keep this.
I fought a boss.
Was it at the dance floor? Or did you fight the spine?
I don't remember. Like, I was on a motorcycle. I got to the treehouse on the beach.
Okay, so
I got there, and then I just kind of set it down.
Okay, so you've reached the back doors. Okay.
Yeah, I got there, and I think it might have been because I'm in a deep binding of Isaac Hole, guys.
That's true.
It's really bad. It is really bad.
My friend Charles is like that as well, and I don't have a payday partner because of it. I was like that the same way. I was enjoying the combat, but I was like, okay, let's wait for the story. And I think the story also comes with experimenting with all the different like mods and modes. But you'll reach the second boss fight, and that little prelude to it, like, there's something that'll happen. You're just like, oh, okay, and then everything like starts building up, and then you reach this like boss, and I think that's what kind of got me.
Okay.
And like I just got to him last night, and he is a huge pain in the butt. And hopefully it still catches on, but right now I think I'm at the good part. Like, as soon as you reach the second part, you're gonna be like, okay, this is actually gonna be good.
Okay, I think it deserves another shot or two. I think I need to put another hour or two into it.
Yeah.
Before I just say I'm done. But oof, that Binding of Isaac, man, so good.
Yeah,
so good.
I hear really good things about that. I'm stuck on Darkest Dungeon right now.
Oh, I hear that's good as well.
Yeah,
it's very good. If you enjoy party-based RPGs and you enjoy hating yourself a little bit, then you'll like that game.
Well, considering Murph's favorite game is Dark Souls, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna
love it.
actually,
I think you would enjoy it, Murph, because
I
enjoy the pain.
Yeah, I'm aware that Darkest Dungeon is a hole that I will fall down into, so I'm kind of waiting on that one. It sounds like FTL, and I fell down that hole pretty far.
Yeah, I've heard that comparison as well.
Too.
Really difficult, really tightly tuned, but really rewarding if you do well.
I still haven't beaten FTL.
And it's got a cool Diablo / Final Fantasy-ish aesthetic, where it's like gothic-y, really dark.
Yeah, I thought about playing it, but then it's like, I don't know if I want to hate my life.
It has spiders, Chase. I don't think you can handle it.
Nope, never mind.
There are a couple of spiders.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen 2, so it's possible.
I love, like, I mentioned this in a previous episode, I love how my friends, like, will immediately see a spider in a game, go, well, Chase ain't playing this.
Chase won't play this.
Yeah.
You're not even part of the conversation. You're not even with us, and we'll just say that.
Yeah,
Chase won't play this.
Exactly. Like, my friend TJ, like, the guy I work with, he goes, I was playing a game the other day, and I saw a massive spider. I'm like, well, Chase isn't going to enjoy this game. And he's right. Screw that game. No Skyrim. No Zelda. Wind Waker I'll do. Because Wind Waker does have spiders.
There is the Skyrim mod, right?
There is the Skyrim mod. I think that's the only game that's the only time I'll play it.
Does that turn all the dragons into spiders?
No!
There's all the spiders into bears.
Yeah. But I'd also get the Randy Macho Man mod, where all the dragons turn into Randy Macho Man Savage.
There should be one that turns all the dragons into giant spiders.
No! Why on earth would they ever do that?
That'd be funny.
No! That would not be funny, Clegg! That would be awful!
and then we tell you we installed the bear one. And then get you to play.
This is what happened the other day. Curtis and I were playing Assault on Dragon Keep, Borderlands 2 DLC. Curtis all of a sudden goes, "I'm so sorry," and I go, "Why?" And I have a feeling that there's spiders in it, and I'm really like, I don't know if I want to finish that mod or that DLC, even though everybody else says it's great. It's like, do I want to still do this? Do I want to put myself through this pain?
I think you should.
No.
And you should be recording it so that we can watch it later.
Oh, my Let's Play channel. I thought about that. All right. Final topic. It'll be probably a short one. DC just showed out. Showed out. Can I not English today either? I can't internet and I can't English. Unveiled Jason Momoa's look in Aquaman.
Aquamomoa Man.
Aquamomoa.
And he looks awesome. So guys, your opinions on Aquamoa Man.
I was already pretty excited about that casting because I liked him in Stargate Atlantis a lot. Thought his character was really cool. And visually, I like how they did the scales. Like he's got tattoos that look like scale armor. I'm still curious about how they're going to handle his character's personality, you know, and what kind
he's
of
going to be an
he's
asshole.
going to have. He's going to be an asshole, I suppose. he looks the part, but he doesn't have the hook hand that's been fairly common in recent animated.
I could do
shorts.
without that.
I can. But I'm wondering, like, is he going to be royalty like he has been in the last 20 or 30 years, or he's going to be a different origin story? Is he going to have telepathy talking to fish? That's kind of weird. Like, what are they going to do with him to sort of upgrade his status within the Justice
Is Barnacle
League?
Boy going to join him? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I wanted more details about how they're going to handle the character beyond the visuals. I'm a fan of the visuals.
Yeah, the visuals look good. Like, I don't.
It's tough because it's Aquaman. I think that's what kind. Like, I think is that what you're going with? Is that it's tough because it's Aquaman?
No, because you can do Aquaman well. Like it's hard, but you can do it. Yeah.
That little mouthful in your head is just going crazy. It's like, it wants to say it, but it's like.
I just don't know. Like I'm still not excited for Batman versus Superman.
I'll be seeing it opening night.
Yeah,
I do that just about all the superhero movies.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about the format of how they're going to do this movie with so many characters packed into it, and it's not a Justice League movie.
I mean, it clearly is though.
It's like leading up to a Justice League movie, but these guys aren't going to be in a league yet.
I mean, but I'm looking at the picture of Aquaman, right?
Right.
And it says "Unite the Seven" in impact font.
Right. So is that Unite the Seven Heroes? Is that Unite the Seven Seas, the Seven Kingdoms? What is that referring to?
So if it's seven, it would be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman,
Martian Manhunter,
Cyborg,
Flash,
Cyborg, Flash. That's the traditional seven.
What about Green Lantern?
Yeah, Green Lantern.
Huge.
Oh, Green Lantern. So
and Aquaman himself.
Oh, wait. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Let's go confirmed. Those three. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Aquaman,
Batman, Superman,
Wonder Woman,
Aquaman, Flash, probably.
I think. Yeah.
I
haven't heard anything about Martian Manhunter.
Either that, or you add in Martian Manhunter and Cyborg, that gets you to 7.
Yeah, but isn't like Green Arrow also in it, and also?
You're right. See, there's too many characters.
Yeah.
So maybe it is referencing the seas.
The Seven Seas. I don't know. Could be.
It has to be the Seven Seas because, like, granted, like, I don't know much about the Justice League, so hopefully you guys are much more informed than I am. Like, was like their first issue like just 7 people, or did they also have did they start off like these buttload of characters?
My experience is with the animated series in the 2000s. Is that what you're going on as well, Murph?
I'm doing that in the New 52, and so the New 52, I think. I don't think they had Green Arrow.
Right, he was a downplayed character. Yeah.
Right, but
was Hawk Girl in the comics?
Not in the New 52.
She was pretty big in the animated series.
Let me see. Yeah. Let me look in.
I mean, I think we got to have a Green Lantern at least, right?
Yeah, okay. So I think the original, and the new 52 was Aquaman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Flash, Cyborg. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, and these are important because the founding members of the Justice League are
Right.
super iconic and super important.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to be doing an actual Justice League movie.
mhm. Like I think your core is the core is definitely Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and I think everyone else is kind of you can trade in and out.
Yeah, somewhat ancillary. Yeah.
Sure, you can trade in and out. Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, Cyborg, Flash. Flash is kind of important. But I think if I had to pick my your top 3, it's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Those, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Although we'll see if they do a mix-up because if you remember, before the Iron Man movies, Iron Man was not a big deal. He was a B or C level character,
I think in popular consciousness, but I think in the superhero whatever, he was pretty big.
I mean, he might have been as powerful, but not nearly as popular for sure. So maybe they're hoping to revamp their A-team, so to speak, like Marvel did, and bring a character to the forefront who hasn't been in the past.
Who knows? Maybe. I don't
know.
Who knows?
Who knows indeed.
Bottom line, he looks purty.
He does. He does bring like a good BA look to Aquaman, who's recently been on a downfall. We can all agree on that. The popularity of Aquaman has fallen, and what's also risen is the amount of times we make fun of Aquaman for being an Aquaman.
Right.
I think it's always been pretty low. I don't think it ever got very good.
I think in the comic, among comic book nerds, Aquaman has kind of had a revival, but I think in popular whatever, it's just Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly, no such thing.
Yeah.
But I think Jason Momoa is the one to bring him up. I kind of feel like he could take on Henry Cavill no problem. So.
Mm-hmm. We shall see.
That's Superman, by the way. For those
yes.
Done.
Did you like him as Superman?
I did. I thought the way they handled the ending of the movie was weird. You know what I'm talking about there. But I liked his representation of the character. It was a little darker than I expected a Superman movie to be, but whatever.
I enjoyed it.
I liked him.
I liked him too. So
it was fine.
I thought he was better than Brandon Routh. Did I pronounce it Routh?
I mean, at this point, if I had my druthers, I'd probably recast Chris Evans as Superman because he's just that iconic hero in my mind now as Captain America, which fits Superman as well.
That's true. We'll see.
But that ain't gonna happen.
All right.
He's already been 2 characters. Can't be a 3rd.
He can be as many characters as he wants. All right. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being on. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to leave a like. Ask us what you think of not only this show. If you have any questions, we'll ask it to us, and we will answer on another episode. Also, what do you think of Jason Momoa as Aquaman in the new look? Leave a comment down below. Also, subscribe so you can get more episodes of this, more interviews coming up, and also random other interviews. I literally cannot talk today.
You're having some problems.
I am having major problems. I don't know why. Also, feel free to also what's the term that they use? Subscribe for podcasting? That's cool. I can't English anymore, so I need help on this. Subscribe to our podcast. We are now on TuneIn, so yay, that's something. Woo. So you can follow me on Twitter at Chase Bunker. You can also follow the show on Twitter at that_game_show. I should probably hurry this up before I screw up any more. So, for Murph Murphy and Daniel Clegg, I am Chase Bunker saying have a good one. Thank you for listening, and we will see you guys next week.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.